Bees play a crucial role in agriculture. As the primary pollinators for many crops essential to global food production, without bees, the cultivation of fruits, nuts, and seeds would decline dramatically, leading to reduced yields and increased food insecurity. As pollinators, bees contribute not only to the quantity of crops produced, but also to their quality, making them indispensable partners in farming. To emphasize the importance of integrating bee-friendly agricultural practices with beekeeping, an article by Lindy Botha published in Farmers Weekly in 2020 entitled "Making Agriculture More Bee-Friendly" greatly highlights the growing challenges in supporting this vital ecosystem. The article emphasizes that as the number of fruit orchards in South Africa rapidly increases, the bee population must double over the next decade to meet the growing pollination demands. Currently, 65,000 beehives are needed to support the deciduous fruit industry, with an additional 30,000 required in the next coming decade to accommodate the new orchards coming into production. Furthermore, 50,000 hives are essential for the seed and berry industry. In the macadamia sector, 160,000 hives are needed to pollinate the existing 40,000 hectares. And with the industry expected to double in size within 10 years, the demand for hives will also significantly increase. Dr. Henny Lee Human from the University of Pretoria's Department of Entomology and Zoology underscores the critical role bees play, stating, "Bees are as important as water to growing most of our food crops. Farmers should be as invested in bee health as they are in orchard health." She highlights the urgent need to protect bee population to ensure the sustainable production of food crops. Pesticides are often highlighted as a major factor in the decline of bee colonies, but research suggests that a lack of adequate forage opportunities is one of the primary causes. Additional challenges such as urbanization, mining, air pollution, insecticides, and diminishing natural food sources contribute to the problem. Moreover, modern farming practices are providing lower quality food for bees. The intensification of agriculture and the prevalence of monoculture reduces the diversity of nutrition available to these vital pollinators. Dr. Henny Lee Human explains that bees need a varied diet to thrive. Moving them between orchards with a single food source for several weeks at a time is detrimental to their health. She compares this to humans eating only chocolate for a month, then only bread the next, followed by only meat. This lack of dietary diversity results in insufficient honey and pollen reserves, leaving bees unable to sustain themselves during winter or other periods of forage scarcity. Mike Alsop, head of honeybee research at the ARC's Plant Protection Research Institute, explains that bees forage on flowers specifically to obtain pollen and nectar. He notes that honeybees can detect subtle differences in the sugar concentration of nectar and the protein content of pollen. They generally focus on the most rewarding resources available. Commercial agriculture often relies on introducing honeybee colonies into orchards during blossom to enhance pollination. Alsop explains, the established practice involves placing colonies when the target crop is at least 20% in bloom, aiming to direct foragers to the less nutritious target crop initially, while they seek superior forage. However, recent findings suggest that bees may not switch to better forage as easily as previously assumed, which may require reconsidering these practices. Alsop emphasizes that maintaining bee health requires a clear understanding of which forage resources best sustain their colonies. He highlights a significant challenge in this regard: the removal of eucalyptus species, excellent bee forages. Under the Working for Water program, this initiative targets invasive alien plants, including eucalyptus, which are thought to threaten natural water resources in certain environmental contexts. While ALSUB recognizes the program's goal of increasing water availability as commendable, he criticizes the blanket removal of 6 eucalyptus species across all regions, even where they pose no real water threat. He argues that in many landscapes, the benefits of eucalyptus as a key bee forage resource may outweigh the drawbacks of its presence, justifying its conservation in designated areas. Despite research on the matter, solutions that prioritize honeybee health have yet to gain widespread support. ALSUB calls for increased efforts to challenge the prevailing narrative and promote the preservation of eucalyptus as a crucial resource for bees wherever feasible. Chairperson Eng Lotter from Mpumalanga Beekeepers Association recommends planting diverse forages and cover crops to ensure bees have balanced diets. Strengthening colonies suggests strategically positioning hives so bees pollinate the orchards first, before accessing other forage. Concerns regarding chemical residues are highlighted by Dr. Henny Human, who notes international studies detecting approximately 160 different chemical residues in wax and honey, including neonicotinoids, found in 73% of African honey and 83% of US honey. Dr. Skalk Skuman from the Agricultural Research Council acknowledges the difficulty of balancing pest control with bee conservation. He proposes increasing sunlight and reducing tree density to enhance biodiversity and facilitate targeted spraying. Lotter further emphasizes the need for caution during pest control application, particularly emphasizing during flowering and fruiting, to minimize harm to pollinators. African blue basil, lavender, bottlebrush, aloes, and flowering blackjacks provide essential support for honeybee colonies. Planting cover crops like clover, vetch, and lucerne is beneficial for bees, providing these crops are established in areas free from pesticide exposure. Additionally, introducing bee-friendly forage on rocky outcrops and along road edges can enhance pollinator habitat. It's advantageous to cultivate a diverse range of plants, including pastures, shrubs, and trees, to ensure bees receive well-rounded diet.